Hi everybody, I hope you were thrilled with last night's finale. I have to tell you, I was so extraordinarily proud of all three designers. Mila, Emilio, Seth Aaron, I was really proud of all of them. And you know that I've had some concerns about Emilio, and forget about the personality issues. I've been concerned about the work since I saw it during the home visit. And when I saw it back in the workroom for Fashion Week, I wasn't much placated, I have to say. But I will say, when I saw it on the models, when I saw it actually walk, I thought it looked great. I thought that Emilio brought a lot of youth to these looks, which for me looked rather old and dowdy, on the hanger and on the rack. I felt that the styling of the hair and makeup was really wonderful, and what he did with the accessories was good. I will say, though, I was confounded by the evening gown. As beautiful and as captivating as it was, I simply didn't get it when it came to how that look mixed in with all the others. And as a matter of fact, the only way that I could possibly conceptualize it would be this woman has these 9 looks in her closet. She falls asleep and has a dream that she's wearing something really sexy and really effervescent and frothy. And I just didn't understand it. And once he teased the audience, but more specifically teased the judges in a manner of speaking, I could see it on their faces. They were completely eluded by what those other 9 looks were really about. And as much as I fantasize about stepping into the judges' arena and saying, listen, I've got some information for you, I don't do it. And things fall out as they do. And had Emilio won, I would have given him sincere congratulations. But I have to tell you, something actually rather disarming for me. My dear colleague, Leah Solik, who's actually videotaping this. Hi, Leah.
Hello.
My dear colleague, Leah Solik, and I were at a Kate Spade event last evening in Pasadena. We're right now in San Francisco. We're doing an event tomorrow at Corte Madera, just north of here. And Leah, during our question and answer session, became inspired and asked the audience, who would you like to see win this season of Project Runway? And Emilio, hip hip hooray. Seth Aaron, hip hip hooray. Mila, nothing. Dead silence. I was shocked. People really have an antipathy towards her. I was really surprised. I mean, I'm not completely delusional. She's not very emotive. She's rather reserved. I don't mind that at all. The work that she's done on the show has been wonderful. I loved her collection last night. I thought she did a really wonderful job. I will tell you this, though. Owing to how Emilio was reacting to any positive remarks that were being made about designers other than him, you could see it on his face, a palpable, what are you talking about? I am the greatest star, and no one it was worthy of picking up the pins that I may drop around my work table. Owing to that, they wanted Mila to leave the runway first. It wasn't a matter of, oh, Mila, you're number 3. I know there are probably people watching us who say, oh, she was number 3. I don't believe she was. It was a matter of teasing up, giving back what Emilio had given, teasing up Emilio and Seth Aaron. And we could debate whether that's kind or not, but remember, it's a television show. And Emilio, I have to tell you, I know how to read these rooms. From many years of experience. Emilio was confident that he had won. Absolutely confident. And he was, I wouldn't even say that he was shattered when he heard Seth Aaron's name. He was in utter disbelief. It was as though we have to roll the clock back 5 seconds because, Heidi, you need to do that again and say my name. It was utter and complete disbelief and huge quantities of anger. Disappointment, surely, but anger. And had this been a courtroom, he would have tried his own case. I have no doubt about it. So, to also tell you that usually, actually not usually, every other season except this one, when I'm being called out by Heidi to join the winner of the season and the winner's family, I'm always in the back room with the other families. And we chat quietly, and I console them and talk about how great their work was, because it was. Well, this season, I said to the crew, the producers who were busy in their room, I said, "You've got to get me backstage without going through that room. I cannot sit in there with Emilio's family." So I was backstage, not in the room, but there's a big set of double doors that look into that room. You could have lit up all of New York City based on the energy that was being devoted to anger from Emilio and his family. It was unbelievable, and I was so happy to get Seth Aaron's family out of there. I thought, my God, they're going to be held hostage. And fortunately, he had no use for Mila, so Mila and her family were just wallpaper, in a manner of speaking. But it was a really peculiar and very uncomfortable situation. And I'm thrilled for Seth Aaron. I'm absolutely positively thrilled, and it's a wonderful, wonderful thing. I've just like one other thing, though, having to do with a lot of feedback I've been getting on the street about Mila, about the only reason that she was a finalist is because she's a woman and because the show was on Lifetime. I just want to tell you that's not the case. First of all, Mila was so beside herself with glee and, in a matter of speaking, gratitude that she was among the final three, because Jay's work was outstanding. And remember, we had 7 decoys at New York Fashion Week. 7 decoys walked that runway. You didn't see it on the show, but 7 designers, including Jay, and there was a lot of speculation that Jay had won. People didn't know he wasn't a finalist. Mila was grateful to be there, and let me tell you, the judges do what the judges do, and I'll give you a demonstration of that. Last season, season 6, the producers told me that we had Irina, we had Carol Hanna, and we had Althea as the finalists. And I said, wait a minute, we have 3 women in their mid-20s? I mean, don't we need a broader demographic? Don't we want it? I mean, we had Christopher as one of the final 5, and Jordana. I thought, we need to broaden this. So, silly me, well, not silly me, I mean, I'm pals with Heidi. I took Heidi aside. I've never done this before in my Project Runway career. And I just asked her, are you sure this is what you and the judges want to do? Do you want to send these 3 women in their mid-20s to Fashion Week when we could have a broader demographic represented? And she said, yes. So the same thing would have happened if I'd gone to her about Jay. Wait a minute, do you think it should be Jay over Mila? We chose Mila, period. So that's the way it was. Anyway, a great season. I'm very proud of it, and there is more Project Runway to come, because we will be casting season 8 very soon, the very beginning of May, actually. I believe beginning May 2nd in Seattle. So if you think you've got the stuff, please come see us. I'd love to have you on the show. Thank you, everyone.